Hello everybody, this is Okami-san, and welcome back to part 29 of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time. So in the last video, we were on part 28, where we actually understood that apparently there is actually a Gerudo known as Naburu, and also it turns out she's actually located in the Spirit Temple. However, though, we couldn't do anything because we couldn't. It's because apparently we had to come back as a child, as apparently Sheik stated. So as you can see here, there are two of these written tablets here that actually are in script with telling you. For left one, it tells you that you have to come back with the heart of a child. This one over here on the right says that you have to come back with the silver gauntlets. So of course that would mean that we have to actually get some silver gauntlets that are actually located here in the Spirit Temple that will actually allow us to lift heavy stuff. Now, if you speak to Naburu, she'll actually ask you who you are. If you just go ahead and like just go all the way down to like you're just slightly nothing really, then she'll actually just tell you that she needs you to actually do a quest for her. Alright then, so now that we already talked to her, looks like now is our chance to actually get, actually, I guess we have fair trade. So technically, which apparently what she says for us is that she'll actually do something for us, do something good for us. Now, of course, we're not sure what we're gonna get, but of course, we'll just have to do. I guess we'll have to do the quest. And you can see here in this room, there's actually gonna be two fire keys and two regular keys. There's also gonna be an Armos statue that's actually gonna be here. So as you can tell, you only have to blow. You just gotta blow it up. You can only defeat it with your bomb. I don't know if the Deku Stick will work, but anyway, hey, who knows? Now, on the other side, there's actually gonna be a silver rupees and. Yeah, there's gonna be silver rupees and under the door on the other side. So the only get that we had to go all the way around, taking the door that was actually on the left side of the room where we actually first entered with all the keys and also the Armos that was actually in the middle of the center. So you want to go ahead, you can. It's not really necessary, but you can take out these keys. But I mean, like I said, it's not really necessary. However, though, there is a gold skull here, so you want to go ahead and like just throw your boomerang and just toss it. And also, also sorry if my voice has been like sounding not too very upbeat. It's just because my family just well, my family's around, so I can't be too loud. But you know what? Now I can't be very upbeat, and let's go. All right then. So once you already go light up the fire, there's actually going to be a small chest on the other side that actually is going to contain a small key. However, though, as I said before, you have to actually go on to the other door that's from the opposite side of us. Now, of course, like I said, you want to make sure that you equip your Deku, no, not your Deku shield, but you want to make sure you want to equip the Hylian shield, because there's actually going to be a lot of fire enemies that are actually going to burn your shield, so a Deku shield, so you don't want that. Now, once you head into this room, there's actually going to be a Stelphos. So just, if you want to, I actually would recommend equipping the Deku shield, because with the Hylian shield, I mean, you can only, you can protect your entire body from damage, but still, I mean, it makes us, we won't be able to move while raising our defense. Now, from that last room where I showed where I was where I was about to crawl into, there's actually a locked door in that room, so we cannot gain access there until we actually get the small key. Now, as you can see here, the Stalfos is just being a nuisance, but however, you can actually push it off if you're quick enough by just continuously hit it. And of course, yeah, he's gone. Alright then, so I actually decided to cut it because I was having a bit of trouble here, but you want to go ahead and make sure you angle your boomerang at the way how I was, and if you want to go back, you can pause the video and see how I positioned it. You want to make sure that you're kind of close to the ledge so that you can actually toss your boomerang so that it actually hits it. But like I said here, you want to be careful. Then, oh boy, I decided to nearly side hop. No, not so good way. Not only here, there's actually going to be an enemy here that's actually invulnerable to every attack except fire. So you want, like I said, equip your Hylian shield, because otherwise, if you don't, you're gonna lose your decorative shield, and you don't want that. Now, there's gonna be a fire. So once you hit the switch, there's actually gonna be a fire here on this side. So the way this enemy works is that he wants to. Okay, well, I didn't mean to do that, so let's just ignore it. So the way it works is that this enemy, like I said, it's invulnerable to fire. If you want to, you can use Din's fire, but I mean, if you don't want to make this a little too repetitive, you want to go ahead and turn on the switch on and go ahead and head all the way to the opposite side of where the fire pillar was, because once you do, the enemy will actually die. Why? Because apparently it copies your movements. So if we were to go to the opposite side of the room, then yeah, it will actually meet its doom. And you know what? That's pretty much it. It only drops rupees. But however, though, the door for us to actually head to the area where we need to get the small key, and that will actually be open. So once you head into this room, you want to be careful, because there's actually fire keys here, as I said before. There's going to be fire enemies over here. So I'm actually going to take them out. Actually, there's only going to be 2. There's also going to be a wall master that's actually going to be in the ceiling, so you want to be careful. So as you can see, these fire keys are actually just waiting to attack me. So like I said before, you want to be careful, you want to be ready. Of course, if you want to, you can actually ignore them and just go past them. It's not really necessary for you to fight them. So now, finally, once we obtain our small key, we can actually go ahead and head into the small area where we need to head to, where there is a locked door, as I said before. So if you want to go ahead, I mean, you can if you want. I believe there's actually going to be a Dick Nut and also a heart in the other crate box. Also, you want to be careful, because there's actually going to be some Skulltulas here. You can actually either defeat them with your boomerang or your slingshot. I prefer the slingshot because it gains a lot of distance. However, though, the boomerang is still really good for this one. It's actually now once you reach the top, if you look behind you, there's actually going to be a gold Skulltula here. If you want to take it out, you can. Like I said before, you don't have to, but it's recommended, because I mean, we'll get the rewards from the people who have been cursed by the gold Skulltulas. Now, in this round, there's actually going to be 2 Lizalfos. Once you defeat the first one, you can take on the second one, although I believe the second one actually will appear if you get close to that specific area, spot right there where it was next to the door. Now, as you can see, there's actually going to be a boulder blocking the sunlight. If you want to, you can actually time it. You can time it correctly by tossing your bomb. Although there's also another option where if you have bomb shoes that are actually in the game, which you can actually find at Hyrule Castle, or from this one merchant who is actually located in Gerudo Desert, from the very far left of where we're into Gerudo Desert. He will actually give you some bomb shoes. Bomb shoes are more recommended because they can actually run up the wall. Although in this case, I mean, as you can see, I was able to actually manage to pull off the timing of the bomb toss. Now, as you can see here, this Armos is not. This is just an armor statue. It's not an enemy. This enemy is not really alive right now, I think. Actually, no. It's just a plain old statue. So as you can see, the door is actually going to be locked. So you want to go back, and you actually want to go ahead and push off the Armos statue off the ledge, and there's actually going to be a switch under, a blue switch, which obviously requires something to be on it. Otherwise, if not, then obviously the door won't be unlocked. So like I said here, you want to go ahead and push off the statue off the edge so that you'll be able to gain access. So once you go up, you want to be a little careful, because I believe there's actually going to be some BMOs in this area. 2 on the far left. So you want to take them out with your bomb if you want to, but I would recommend it because they're actually going to be a nuisance and making this much harder for us. So make sure you have some bombs, otherwise you won't be able to take them out. As you can see here, they only die within one hit. So it is very unnecessary, but you want to make sure that you collect every single one of the rupees every single silver rupees in this room, because otherwise if you don't, then it will not allow a small chest to actually fall, if I'm correct. Because the thing is that the thing is that actually no, the silver rupees the silver rupees actually all they'll actually make the torch fire. I can't talk today. I'm so sorry about that, guys. It'll actually make the torch light up. So then once you light all torches, then you'll be able to actually get a small key. However, in order to open the small door, you need to go ahead and move the pillar that contains a sun face into the sunlight. Otherwise, if you don't, then I mean you won't be able to progress. So that's pretty much self-explanatory. But however, though, in the next room, once you finally get the sun face into the sunlight, you want to go ahead and make your way to the other side. Go ahead and keep going all the way straight up. However, though, if you want to restock on hearts, I mean, you're welcome to do so right now. There are two drawers that actually contain 2 hearts. There's also going to be a gold skull tonight here, so you want to be careful if you want to get this one. However, though, I mean it's not really necessary. So in this next area, you want to be very careful, because there's actually going to be a mini boss and a very powerful one, and that's an iron knuckle. An iron knuckle is actually going to be a really strong mini boss, because this thing actually deals a whopping four hearts of damage. So this mini boss is actually very strong. Well, and in this case, for us, since we're a child, I mean, the fight will take probably like not too long. So you can see here, since it knocked me away, I took 4 hearts of damage, and that was not the best. So of course, this thing is really strong, because as you can see, its strong swing axe attacks are really too dangerous. As you can see here, it can do either side swings, or it can do a full down swing thrust. As you can see here, if you ever attempt to actually approach it with your shield up, your shield would not do any good, because as I said before, its strong string axe attack will actually it will actually go through your shield, and you won't be able to block it, so you only end up taking more damage than you would. Actually, no, you will still take the same amount of damage. Now, after a certain amount of hits, its armor plate will actually come off. So once it comes off, you want to go ahead and keep swinging, because it becomes much more reckless, and it leaves itself open much more. But however, though, its movement will actually begin to move much more. It'll begin to move much more faster. So you want to be careful. Now, once you finally have defeated, then the door that was behind where the Iron Knuckle was sitting will actually open. So you want to go ahead and make your way to the door, and once you do, you'll actually be able to go outside. Alright then. Oh boy, and it's our friend. Well, perfect timing. However, though, keep in mind what he's about to say is that at one point right now, let's see here. So I will actually tell you a good helpful tip, which is actually true, because there's actually going to be two bosses that we'll take on here in the Spirit Temple that requires us to deflect each other's attacks at each other. So as you can see here, he says that turn back their own magic attack against them. That will indicate that, as you guys will actually see right now, we actually have we'll actually be seeing these 2 witches right about now. Now, if you want, go ahead and make sure you don't fall off, and go ahead and open the chest that actually contains, the silver gauntlets. These gauntlets are very important, because they will actually allow us to move heavy stuff. And of course, since we'll be going back as an adult Link, we'll actually be able to equip these automatically, and these will actually be very useful. Alright then, so as you can see, it seems like those were the two witches that the owl was talking about. So like I said before, you want to be careful. However though, if you want to, apparently if you want to attempt, you could actually do a mega flip right over here where I attempted to do one, but however I failed. Doing a mega flip is really hard because you need really good timing on this one. However though, if you do a mega flip, you can actually get that heart piece if I'm correct, but that you will suffer from fall damage. Now, as you already saw, seems like those two witches were actually Ganondorf's minions. However, though, it seems like we need to come back here as an adult. Otherwise, if we don't, then pretty much how else we're going to progress in the game. Now, you want to go ahead and head back to the Temple of Time, get the Master Sword, and you want to go ahead and come back to the Spirit Temple. However, though, I will actually come back to the Spirit Temple in part 30 of the Legend of Zelda Ocarina of Time for Nintendo 64. I'm Akami, guys. I will see you guys in the next video, and we will go ahead and tackle on the Spirit Temple as a Duel Link for the first time in our life. I will see you guys in the next video. Take care, guys, and stay wild.